Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Bearded Respect, number 88.
What's up?
Woo. Brew City Bearded, Scott.
Hey guys.
We got Mr. Silver Fox and Brewer. And we will be right back after this intro.
That guitar solo seemed a little bit longer tonight.
No, the video was just longer than the...
What's up, everyone?
Hey.
Okay.
Jason, you want to say hi to some of these fine people?
Yep. Or G-Rock.
What's up, E-Rock?
Hello.
I was sad I didn't win his display.
Yeah. But I can't complain because I won twice.
Did you?
Yeah, True North's Lost Boys. And then I what else did I win? I forgot who else I won from.
I don't know.
Can't remember it this second. But I'm sure a lot of other people won, so.
What's up, Becky?
Oh, I'm way behind here.
Hey, JP.
JP, what's up?
Hello there.
Aldemir.
Excellent.
Aldemir, what's up, man?
Hey, Lee.
Lee, what's going on?
Hey, Lee.
Former Intercontinental Champion of the World.
Oops.
Steven, what's up, man?
Hey, Chief.
Bitter Creek Brewing.
I'm not even sure who that is.
Oh, I bet that's my buddy Timer. He's from Cheyenne, but he's always on the road, and Rock Springs is a place he's usually at.
Oh,
I'm guessing.
I was thinking it was in Texas.
Hey, Russ.
Russ, what's up?
Hey, Russ.
Come on. Here we go.
Are you stuck?
I was. Hey, Ryan.
Ryan, what's up, man?
Hello.
Hello, neighbor.
And Vato.
Vato. What's up, Vato?
Yeah, I think we're caught up.
What can I say except you're welcome?
Yeah, so right now, Beard Octane live stream is still going on.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, they're random streams that they do on our shows that cross over our showtime. But thanks for everyone coming in. And if you're watching both, thanks for stopping in here. And I just want to highlight one comment I saw here. But I'm having trouble
This one?
scrolling here. Yeah, that one.
Yeah,
JP,
that's
here's
it.
the hat.
Yeah.
And there's the back. So that has something to do with our guest tonight.
Can you blow my whistle, baby, let me know. Girl, I'm
Yeah, Lee Beard Octane likes to do that to us.
Yeah, Scott's getting a little happy with his random buttons here. That's right, E. Curam Nadurtha is our guest tonight.
Yes. Should we bring him on in then?
Let's do it. This is Mike, owner of Curam Nadurtha. What's up, Mike?
Evening. How you guys doing? Like a WWE superstar.
You are a superstar, man.
On the Bearded Respect, you are.
That's
I
right.
appreciate that.
So for those in the chat that haven't heard of Curam Nadurtha, we're going to get into it. We're going to talk about his company and talk about Mike a little bit. And we could probably, well, someone's calling you Magic Mike.
I'll take it. I'm not as in shape as I used to be when I was in the service, but I'll take it.
And that's right. Mike is a veteran of the
Yep.
Marine Corps. We got some veterans in the chat as well. We got some Navy veterans and Army veterans. And so
I had this citrus scent. It was the first. Oh, you're talking about Lucky Orange. So unfortunately, I did a brand restructuring to where I made it more of like a orange tier, gold tier, because I've got plans for that in the future. So unfortunately, Lucky Orange did not make the cut, although it still has a very special place in my heart. But if you take a look at the website today, the restructuring was well worth it, and I think you'll find something that will resonate with you still.
mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right, let's get into the 5 questions.
All right.
Dan, Beard and North, what's up,
Hey,
man?
Dan.
Hey, Dan, how you doing, man?
Let me just drop this link in the chat here so people can take a look at your website.
Yep. And then tonight, if you use the code Curam20, it'll work for you.
Nice.
Cool.
Is that 20%?
It is.
Wow. Awesome. All right, Mike. My favorite question of the 5 is this one. Your favorite toy as a kid? What was that one toy that you always played with as a child?
That's hard. Okay. My favorite toy as a kid, I would probably say Legos, because I like to build things. I used to
Legos. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's a first. That's a first. for our guest. That's cool. I actually, for my birthday last summer, I got this gigantic Lego thing that I have to put together.
Oh, that's awesome. I was actually gonna say, like, I've always wanted to build the Millennium Falcon. It's funny. I play video games here and there, and I'm playing Starfield right now, and I just built the Millennium Falcon on it. So
Oh, did you?
I built it on there, but I haven't built it in Legos. My shaman isn't garbage. You're just mad you can't beat me.
It says 1,351 pieces. So I'm saving that for like our winter days when we're closed in and can't go anywhere.
It's coming soon, man. I'm going to be filling it pretty soon too.
What was that code again?
Curam 20. So CURAM 20.
All right, so Legos. Next question. What is Curam Nadurtha?
So Curam Nadurtha is a men's grooming company that focuses on men's mental health as well. Our philosophy is if you look good, you feel and you smell good, you feel better about yourself. There's actually psychological correlations behind that. So I just really wanted to set out to help people feel better. When I first got out of the military, after going blind in my left eye, I kind of dealt with depression, anxiety, wasn't too confident in myself. And I feel that this company reinvigorated that because I was able to take care of myself, such as slicking my hair back with pomade, putting some oil, butter, balm, whatever in. And it was actually helping boost my self-esteem, did a little bit more research. And it is actually, in fact, a thing, the correlation between like self-care and mental health, that it can actually improve your mental health over time. And that's kind of what Curam Nadurtha has evolved into, is just really wanting to not only provide you with an excellent grooming product, but also provide you with the means to improve your mental health yourself, because that's something that isn't typically focused on for men, and it needs to be more there needs to be more light shed into the aspects of like men's mental health.
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely.
And what does that mean? Curam
Nadurtha is Irish Gaelic for natural care. That also was inspired from my lineage. I'm third generation American. So my great grandparents are from Ireland, which is cool. So I just wanted to kind of throw not only my my culture in there, but also a brand with meaning, you know. And because natural care just wouldn't roll off the tongue as nicely or efficiently as like Curam Nadurtha. It gives it a little bit more class, elegance, which is what I also want the brand to convey.
Yeah.
All right. What was your passion before creating beard products? Like, what was it, something that you were really into, whether it was your job or a different hobby, or, you know, before you developed this company?
So before I developed this company, I really wanted to become a psychologist. And I actually got my bachelor's degree in psychology. But after going through what I went through, I just kind of lost the passion for it, because I figured if I didn't get better myself, I wouldn't be a benefit to somebody else if I pursued that profession. So I ended up opening up the business instead and decided to help people through other means.
Okay.
And that's kind of where that went. But my passion has been in psychology and always in the aspect of mental health. So it kind of comes full circle in a way, just I guess in a different aspect.
Okay. Yeah, so that definitely makes sense. You know, your strong interest in mental health now, and with that background that you have. Yeah. Okay. And what is one thing that you could do on your bucket list? Like, if you can only pick one thing off your bucket list, what's that one thing gonna be?
So I would want to travel the world and try different food from every country.
Okay. All right. That'd be cool. And you spent some time in Japan, right? If
I
remember
did. I
correctly.
spent just shy of a year and a half in Okinawa, Japan,
Okay.
Wow.
which was amazing because not only is it a different culture, but Okinawa is like literally a tropical island. So it was like you're on vacation for like 18 months minus the typhoons, right? But other than that, like what I loved about Okinawa was the beach because the ocean water is so clear. You can be in neck deep water, still look down, see your toes. The salt consistency is so high that it literally just lets you float on it without even trying. Okinawa is like beautiful. I have pictures somewhere. I can share them with you guys sometime.
Yeah.
Oh, it's cool.
All right, and the last one. It's more of a request than a question, but
Okay.
can you sing us a Gaelic song?
I'm very rusty on my Gaelic because I don't have anybody to practice with. I used to be really good at conversational Gaelic, but I have not practiced in probably a year because I've had a lot going on.
Yeah, yeah. I'm
But
sure that's hard
if
to
you
keep up.
give me like another 8 to 9 months, I could probably come up with something.
Okay, all right. Next time you come on the show, all right? You're
I got
expected
you.
to sing some Gaelic song. All right, so yeah, it's great to have you on here. I discovered you guys when you opened, really. So back
Yeah,
in
you've been
2020,
rocking with me since the beginning.
yeah. I think probably the first time I saw you was on Daniel the Bearded or Daniel the Apprentice back then.
It was, yeah.
On his show, and been a big fan ever since. You know, one thing that I've always liked about your company is the use of essential oils.
Right.
And, you know, at least back then, that's how it was.
Right.
And no fragrance, no fragrances, just essential oils. And I've
Yeah.
thought you're amazing the way you combine those essential oils to develop these scents.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that. We still keep the same concept. We have moved into essences and natural fragrances as well. Which I mean, natural fragrances are just essentially like combinations of other essential oils anyway. But sometimes they can accent the scent in different ways. And I try to give somebody like an overall experience. Like what you smell at first isn't necessarily what it's going to evolve into. I like to add some mystery and different layers to it. And oftentimes, just the 3 main notes you see on there aren't exactly everything that I'm putting in there. Usually, it could be like maybe 20 to 30 different essential oils, just depending on how complex the scent needs to be. I've got some other stuff in the works too that eventually I'll be able to release, hopefully. But
now, is it just you making the products, or do you have help with that? Or
no, my wife actually. My wife is really spearheading a lot of it right now.
Okay.
It's a really good partnership because she's done phenomenal. We created the framework initially. I'm not gonna lie, just the last year and a half has been kind of rough. So my wife has been spearheading a lot of it. I've just been trying to get us back into a better situation, and that's really been my focus. But the scents have been elevated like tenfold just with how hyper focused she's been on that. And then when we come together and we start refining them even more, it's so much different than when we first opened to like what it is now. Like it's almost unrecognizable. Even like the quality and the butters or the oils themselves. Like we've tweaked the ratios so many times to where like we really just tried to get it dialed in. Like it's definitely been a journey, and we're actually coming up on 3 years on October 2nd, and I didn't even realize it.
That's
because
right. Yeah.
it's just been such a crazy journey.
Yeah. Now,
now I have.
go ahead.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Jason.
Well, I had a question. What's the difference between your signature collection and the gents collection?
So the signature collection and the gents collection is the quality of essential oils. It's more in-depth, comprehensive scents. You're going to get like more from it. The gentleman's line is going to be more cologne based, whereas like my signature collection is more of that it just smells more pure, I guess. Like Irish cream, it's more based in nature. And then you have the more complex, and I mean, they're all really kind of complex in depth sense. I guess it's just really the quality of essential oils and how we blended those essential oils. Like Gentleman and Ladir are like cologne levels. I've had Ladir compared to like Spice Bomb, and Gentleman compared to like Aqua Armani.
Cool.
Okay.
And your wife, Octavia, right?
Yes, Octavia.
Does she have a background in this, like holistic nutritionist or something like that? I can't remember.
Always had an interest in like natural and organic products, so she has a lot of product knowledge, and I mean, as do I. But she knows a lot about skincare, hair care. So we just kind of coupled that with all the research that we did.
Mm-hmm.
And just kind of came up with our initial formulas, and it just kept evolving from there. And so she's the perfectionist out of the two of us. So until something's perfect, she won't stop until it can literally do everything that we want it to do. From like, is this good on this hair type? Is this good on that hair type? How does this work? How do these essential oils blend? So she's literally she's almost ingenious in that aspect. And we balance each other off really well, because she can come up with like stuff like that, and I'll come up with like the certain ratios. Like, okay, these are the oils we want. It needs to fit exactly into a 1 ounce. So I'll do the math, find out how much needs to go into a bottle. Say we want this much of this oil, this much of this oil, this much of this. This is the like 1 or 2% of the essential oil, and we just kind of go from there. But we balance each other off really well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I didn't know if you had a different carrier blend, or if it was something like that. But
so that was something I was considering initially, but the oil that I wanted to introduce into the Gentleman's line was altering the fragrance, which some carrier will definitely have the possibility of altering the fragrance, and kind of takes away from the intent of it. So really the blend will inherently be the same, just because that kind of can jeopardize some company and integrity as well, because it needs to be a consistent blend. So if I change the blend, then let's say the signature line works for you, but now the gents collection doesn't work for you, and now you're like, oh well, I really like Ladir, but I prefer the other blend. So we just kind of eliminated that and just found we really dialed in the precise oil blend that can work for all hair types. And we really just started focusing on the scent from there, because that's another thing that matters.
yeah, right.
But let's be honest, most of us buy a lot of these oils because of the scent.
Well, yeah, and honestly, that's psychologically, that's one of the things that we inherently do. Like, even if you go to the grocery store or like a drugstore, and you go down to the soap aisle, are you going to get the soap because it looks cool or what's in it? Or are you going to smell it and be like, oh, dang, like I kind of like the Timberwood Old Spice, or like whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're going to predominantly base it off that. And then you might look at the ingredients, but ingredients do matter when you're
Right.
taking like natural and organic products into consideration.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Tyson.
Hey, Tyson.
What's up, Tyson? So with your company now, are you just mainly online, or do you have any plans to do like any market? I knew you used to do markets quite a bit.
I used to be at markets like 5 to 6 days a week.
Wow.
Yeah, that was a grind, and I'm willing to go out and get it as much as the next guy. And it was doing pretty good for a while, but somewhere around the end of 2021 going into 2022, the markets just became kind of dead. Just people stopped coming out. People weren't spending as much money. So it was actually becoming more of a hindrance to the business in the long point to go there, because there's booth fees that you have to make, and there's some booth fees you have to pay monthly, weekly, or whatever.
Yeah.
And usually you can make that booth fee in like one night. Well, if you're going to like 2 or 3 weeks, you're like, wow, there's only been like 30 people collectively I've seen like over like 3 weeks. This isn't cool. So that's why I kind of started shying away from that, going back to the online side. Ideally, I would like to get into retail locations at some point, but that takes a whole other level of like licenses and different fees you have to pay, and then you have to get somebody to kind of be a middleman. Do you want to get it manufactured? Do you want to make it yourself? So I mean, I would ideally like to get to that point at someday. I just feel like it's a little bit off though.
Yeah. And plus, a lot of people may not know this, but since opening your business, you've moved quite a bit. Like you've moved,
I have
3 or 4 places, and that's definitely got to be hard on keeping stock and keeping expenses.
Yeah, it's been extremely difficult. I got out of the military right in the beginning of COVID, moved to Chicago for a job. Those of you that do know me know that about 10 months into that, I actually got laid off from that job because the business wasn't profitable. They laid me off. We ended up moving to California, which is when I started hitting all of the markets. We moved somewhere else in California. I ended up getting a job as a store manager for a little bit. Wasn't really focused on the business. Still trying to push it, but it wasn't really doing anything because the economy wasn't doing that great. I don't know if, and the Instagram algorithm's extremely difficult. I restarted my whole page because I felt like it just wasn't going anywhere. So we actually have an entirely different social media page now.
Okay.
Which seems to be going relatively well, but again, social media growth is extremely slow unless you like pay to play on the platform. So it's kind of like a double-edged sword in that regard. And then we moved to Kansas because I'm originally from Kansas, because I just finished my master's degree in April.
Oh, nice.
Congrats. Yeah, I graduated with my master's in entrepreneurship, just so I could learn the business aspect. I learned a lot, but just learning a lot doesn't really equate to like, oh, I can actually implement this now, because a lot of stuff that you have to implement comes down to like money, unfortunately.
Right.
But yeah, it's been extremely difficult to try to balance the business all while doing this. And that's why we're trying to just get everything leveled back out, get everything back in stock, get all the replenishments up, and just push ahead the right way.
Yeah. I got a little presentation we can get into.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Just showing what you offer.
And that's Mike, by the way. That's him.
It was. My hair's a lot longer now, but
So, according to your website, your mission at Curam, Nadurtha, you're a men's personal care company committed to improving the mental health of men worldwide and increasing awareness by providing customers with luxury all-natural products. You are committed to providing only natural and organic ingredients for hair, body, shave, and beard care lines in order to help you unleash your inner gentleman.
that's right.
Cool. And here we have, I believe this would be your signature line.
It is. My signature line includes Temple and Irish Cream.
Two of my favorites.
Yeah, Irish Cream's pretty nice. I got it.
Irish Cream is one of my favorites. It's very subtle. It's perfect for the fall.
Yeah, yes, it is. And the carriers in that are jojoba seed, sweet almond oil, hemp seed oil, apricot kernel oil, black Jamaican castor seed oil, and sunflower seed oil, and the essential oil blend. And
Correct.
It's $22.95 for a 1 ounce oil.
Correct.
I'll tell you something else too, for just being essential oils. A lot of times when you use essential oils, the scent doesn't last as long.
Correct.
But like I have Temple, and like if we have plans to go somewhere on a Saturday or something, I always wear it because to me, Temple is like a date night scent to me, you
I could
know.
see that.
And I love the scent. It's masculine, but I don't know how to explain it. And reading and like you said earlier, you know, the three notes that you might put in of what's in there is just the tip of the iceberg of what all you put in there.
It is.
And what you listed for Temple was like, I don't really pick those out. It because I know there's more in there.
There
You
is.
can tell.
It's just that I
And
picked the most prominent notes that you're going to get the most of throughout throughout the duration. For example, bergamot, frankincense, myrrh. Right? You have your top,
yeah,
you have your middle, you have your base, and then you just kind of build from there, and you can kind of just get other complementary scents.
yeah, but yeah, I think it's a great scent,
Thank
and I
you.
definitely got to try some others. But and to let everybody know, I told Mike earlier in the green room before we come on that this is what I was wearing when I took third place at Silver Falls.
That's right. Right. So make sure you pack it for Florida.
Yeah.
Why he's going to Florida?
We're discussing that.
Oh,
So we might go. Me and the missus might go. I thought it was we come home and discuss some things that were coming up, like with Christmas and stuff and everything. And I just kind of thought we weren't going to go. And I said something to her the other day. I says, "Well, we didn't say." I never said we weren't going to go. I says, "Oh, okay. I thought we needed to save money, but I guess not."
So that's a good question. It's the difference between how it's processed and the quality of the oil. Black Jamaican castor oils actually give you the highest quality and the most nutrients, vitamins, minerals, all that good stuff, as opposed to like normal castor oil. Normal castor oil is good, but Black Jamaican castor oil is like the best castor oil that you can get.
It sounds cool too.
It does. It kind of rolls off the tongue nicely.
I mean, Black Jamaican castor oil sounds exotic. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. Castor oil sounds kind of plain.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It
kind of
know
does.
I've had,
And it's more clear. Regular castor oil has like a lighter consistency than Black Jamaican castor oil. Black Jamaican castor oil is a heavier oil, and it kind of has like a nutty little tang to it. Just it, and sometimes Black Jamaican castor oil can have it's just a thicker consistency, and it's just better, and it coats the hair follicle better. It's just an all around better castor oil.
I've had some other oils. I don't know which one's right offhand, but I've had a couple others that have the Black Jamaican castor in it, and yeah, my beard really likes that stuff too.
Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah.
And during the winter months, I always try and stick to those kind of oils. They seem to do better in my beard during the cold months.
Well, that's also actually I have an article on my website about like the weather in your beard and what affects it and different things of that nature. But yeah, like your beard actually requires different care in cold weather as opposed to like hot weather. So that could be very well be the case.
Okay, this next slide I put up thinking there was a carrier oil difference in the two lines. But as you described, it was more of a essential oil difference. But those go for $29.95 for a 1 ounce oil.
Yep, and that was just because it has a higher content of essential oils, and the essential oils that we purchased for those just have a higher price tag on them.
Yeah. Yeah, some of those oils can get pretty pricey.
Yeah, they can be. Even and like there's one there's one that you can only get a little half ounce in, and it's like $90 or $110, just depending
Wow.
on if it's on sale or not.
Jeez.
So,
Wow.
but that's where those ones are a little bit more potent. You don't have to use as much,
Right.
but it definitely doesn't stretch as far as something where you can get like a 16-ounce essential oil or an 8-ounce, 4-ounce, or whatever.
Cool. And then we have the balm, which is $29.95 for a 2-ounce.
1995, right?
1995.
Oh yeah, I'm confusing myself.
You're good.
And that has unrefined shea butter, unrefined mango seed butter, hemp seed oil, apricot kernel oil, organic beeswax, vitamin E oil, and the essential oil blend.
Yep.
And that's good stuff.
Yeah, butter's smooth, silky smooth.
It is, and that's. I think I have to say, like, I really do love our butter. I use our balm when it's like winter, but predominantly I use our oil and our butter, and that butter, it is silky smooth, but it doesn't melt until you touch it and get it in your hand.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yep.
So do you have not much of a problem with it melting during like the summertime and shipping?
So unfortunately, that's just one thing that's unavoidable during the warmer months.
That's what I.
But I will say, don't put my container in the microwave to melt it, because my labels are metallic.
Oh,
some sparks will
So
fly.
just throw it in the freezer for like an hour or two, and you should be good to go. I have a whole packet that I send out during the warmer months that says how to take care of it. I give little flyers, little handouts, everything like that. So during the warmer months, you don't have to worry. I will make sure that your butter is at least getting back to maintaining its structural integrity. And usually after you freeze it, put it in your bathroom, you won't have any issues with it melting again. I know a lot of butters sometimes still kind of go through a decomposition process afterward and doesn't really ever get back to its structural integrity. But if you put it in the freezer for like 2 hours, it'll be okay.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of us are used to that. I just thought I'd ask that question.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think most people are kind of trained now. Just throw your package in the freezer for a couple hours and then open it.
Okay, and the ingredients here are the same, except for the beeswax, obviously.
Minus the beeswax. Yep. And with the idea with the balm was just a little bit of beeswax, because you don't want to have too much hold. You want it to be just very little, because you don't want too much beeswax in your beard.
Yeah.
Oh, is that the balm?
Well, that's the butter. We were just talking about the differences between
Gotcha.
the
Okay, gotcha. I thought I missed it.
You're good.
And then here we have the scent descriptions. Irish cream, a smooth, creamy texture with hints of vanilla and spice. Gentleman, floral notes calmed down by spectacular combinations of cedarwood and oak, with notes of fresh lily, smoky cedarwood, and exotic sandalwood. Ladier, if I said that right.
Yep, it's Ladier.
Notes of aromatic allspice, warm vanilla, and smoky cedarwood.
That's my favorite.
And temple, bergamot, and frankincense will leave your heart rate increased, while myrrh adds depth to this invigorating scent. And he also has some solid cologne.
Correct.
Some body wash and body butter on his site.
Yeah, the body butter is something special, I think, too.
I remember talking to you about that before, actually.
Yeah. Definitely when I first used it, I found it pretty helpful for eczema. And I know another guy that was using it on his stump for his amputee stump, and
Yeah,
was
I
really
remember that, actually.
promoting that. Yep.
And I believe the body butter is $24.95.
It is.
And change my screen so now I can't read it. We've got some solid cologne at $49.95.
And that will last you over a year if you use it the right way.
Yeah, most of those solid colognes, they last
Yeah.
ridiculously a long time.
Oh yeah.
And that's a 2 ounce as well.
And we have a body wash at $15.95.
Yep.
And he has that body wash in both citrus and
Gentlemen. Correct. Citrus Medine is very citrusy fresh. I would say like a morning body wash. Thank you. I appreciate that.
And is that a 8 ounce or?
That right now is a 4 ounce.
Okay.
I'm gonna be potentially putting it in a 8 ounce and getting rid of the 4 ounce though.
Okay, cool.
And then we also offer shave soap and aftershave lotion. So in the event that you don't have a beard or you're bald and you have to shave your head every day, I got you covered on that too.
Yeah, that guy right there.
Yeah. I'm not there yet.
For the aftershave lotion, I use witch hazel as the antiseptic, so it won't sting as bad as alcohol.
Cool.
Oh yeah, the pomades.
So you've got a light to medium hold and a medium to firm hold.
Correct. And I also have a water base as well.
Cool. And are those 1 ounce?
No, those are 4 ounces.
Oh, are they? Oh.
Yep. All the pomades are 4 ounces. The only one that might have a differentiation in the future is I do have a matte pomade finalized and ready to go, and that will be available in a 2 ounce and a 4 ounce. I just have to be able to get around to finally releasing it.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe those are $21.95.
They are the pomades.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the pomades, and they last a long time. Like you don't need very much, even for hair this long. Doesn't take much like to keep a good hold.
And it washes out very easily too.
Oh yeah,
just because we use shea butter with the beeswax, so you get the shea butter for the hydration, so your hair's not going to dry out. It's not going to look greasy either, because there's other ingredients that kind of tone down the oiliness from the shea butter, and the beeswax kind of just maintains that nice natural hold.
So what's the difference between the water-based and the regular?
So I would recommend water-based for people who do have more oily hair naturally. And the hold's going to be the same. It's just ingredients. And of course, working with water, I had to use a natural preservative with that just because of microorganisms. And I don't want somebody to have microorganisms on their hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be nasty, right?
Yeah.
So really, that's the only primary difference. Other than that, it's really the same. It's just you're not going to have as much of a shine from the water base. It's more of like I wouldn't say it's definitely not dull, but if you have greasy hair naturally, then I would go for the water base.
I see. Okay.
And then we have some candles.
Correct.
$49.95 for a 12-ounce candle. And
these candles are phenomenal. So I actually stole these from my wife's candle website that she's working on right now. These ones are mine. They're not. She's going to sell them on hers, but these are the for him section. These are phenomenal. If you get to try these, I definitely recommend it. You're gonna get more than you're gonna get over 100 hours per candle on these because they're made out of pure beeswax, and they have a nice wooden wick, so they have a nice little crackle to them too, and they
Over
will literally fill up
$100.
a really nice big room.
Over $100.
Wow.
Yeah, over 100 hours because it's beeswax. Beeswax burns longer than your soy or paraffin candles, and it's actually better for if you have allergies. Beeswax candles are the ones you want to burn.
Okay.
Cool.
Now, as much as I would love to have captain's quarters,
Yeah.
I would not be allowed to burn it in my house because my wife does not like leather.
So it's not very leatherly. Leather can be a very potent oil to work with, especially if you get like the pure raw leather oil. It's very subtle in the leather aspect. You're gonna get more of that. It really smells like you're at sea, like you're literally in the captain's quarters. There's some aquatic notes in there too. Your wife would probably really like it actually. Like my wife used to not like captain's quarters while we were refining it, but once we perfected it, she actually lets me burn it now.
Hmm.
Okay.
So
And
I definitely recommend it if you want to try something. It's definitely a very good take on it. It actually smells like you're like on a ship at sea.
Hmm.
and we've got import, which is rich bay rum, warm vanilla, and exotic myrrh. Captain's quarters, which we were just talking about, is rich leather, sweet tobacco, and smoky wood. And it sounds like there's some aquatic notes in there.
There are.
And Midgard, which is rich, earthy scent of musk and vetiver, aroma of vanilla and sandalwood, will gradually be released to fill the air.
Midgard's my favorite one out of the other ones. Out of all of them, actually.
Oh.
Actually, I would for what kind of hair do you have? Do you have fine hair or is it on the thicker side? Because my wife can use like the regular pomade. She usually just does it like up here to like lay down like edges, but she uses the medium to firm. So I would say like the medium to firm would probably be the best for your hair type. And that's what I use too. I have really thick curly hair. I prefer the medium to firm.
And of course, Emo would say, "Who doesn't like leather?"
Emo, like I'm telling you, man, like you have tight curls? Yeah, then I would say medium to firm, not the water base. And if you like leather, you would love the Captain's Quarters candle. It is a game changer.
Wow. And I didn't put them in the presentation here, but I'll show them here in a second. Okay.
Hey, notable.
I almost forgot about the apparel, man.
Well, Mike was showing off the hat.
Yeah.
So we've got a snapback for $38, a polo shirt, but they look like they're sold out. Start at $25.
Yeah, sometimes the supplier on there for the apparel, their inventory fluctuates.
And then we have a long sleeve tee that starts at $25. And a tank top from $22.95. And a beanie for $25.
Yep.
And they all look pretty cool.
And do you still have a rewards?
I do. So I do have a reward. So if you sign up to the newsletter, you get 15% off your first order. But I also have a rewards program where every purchase earns you points. After you get 1,000 points, you get like I think I forgot what it was. I'd have to look at it. But I know you eventually get like $25 off or like $20 off or something of that effect, to where essentially like you can get an oil and all you do is pay for shipping. Basically, that's after you get 1,000 points. You get points on your birthday. You get points for signing up, following me on social media. You get. Did I say your birthday? I know there's a whole bunch of different redeemable options on there, and then it gives you different choices as you're earning points. Do you want $5 off? Do you want $10 off? And there's different tiers to it as well. And if you're on my newsletter, you will get periodic, just random exclusive things from me, like, oh, hey, today save 30% on this specific product. Or if I drop something, I might give you guys like early access to it before I announce it to social media. It might be live on my website. A random person could find it. But if I email you guys right after it drops, you'll get first dibs.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah. That's called your gentleman's program.
It is the gentleman's program.
Now, just curiosity here. I want to make sure this is right. If you have 1,500 coins, you get 15% off.
Okay.
And it says with 2,000 gent coins, you get $20 off.
That's correct.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure that was right. A percent and then the dollar figure. Okay. Okay. And if you don't, let's say you had 1,000 gent coins, you'd get $10 off, like you mentioned, because 100 coins equals $1. Okay.
Right.
Cool.
That's pretty cool.
Thanks, man. And then another thing I'd like to mention is my the gentleman's chair, where I have a whole bunch of informational blogs on there, whether it be covering a topic about mental health, about men's grooming, different grooming trends of the year for men. I just try to cover a lot of content on there, so it can be like I literally wanted the website to be a one-stop shop. You can get information, you can get your products, you can touch up on your mental health. I semi-regularly update it.
Yeah, it looks like a lot of very useful information. You can never educate yourself enough on some of these topics.
Yeah, that's kind of my philosophy behind it. As much information as I can give to the customer as possible. I just want the brand to be a wealth of knowledge and a real advocate, not only for mental health, but just in the grooming industry as a whole.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out how many coins I have.
I think you have a lot, man. I think I've been waiting on you to redeem them for a long time.
Yeah, I hoard stuff like that. I wait for a rainy day. I was like, okay, I'm going to use them, but I can't figure out where to find them.
You should just log into your account. It's just in your account.
Yeah, I'm there. Looking at like my past orders.
I think it gives you the option to, once you sign in and you go to purchase something, it can be like, oh, do you want to use your rewards? I know it's a little dated, and I'm probably going to be finding another app that actually makes it better.
Let's see here. Let me add something to the cart and see what happens.
JP says Mike's in the midst of his Sonic the Hedgehog phase. Hoarding coins.
Yeah. And if not, I can probably go on there and fix it right after the stream to make sure that all the points and everything are working. It should be. You still redeem points. I just just to make sure it still works. I'm signed up for it myself, and on my birthday it said I got rewarded my points. So you should be getting emails about it on a semi-regular basis as well.
Yeah, he'll just probably turn them all in at once.
Yeah, I think he's done this before.
Yeah, I did get a happy birthday email.
Okay.
Which gave me 200, and it says I have enough to redeem 15%.
Okay.
So, yep. That's in the email that I got. So,
yep. I tried to make sure that it was structured in a way where it tells you how much you have, how much you earned. And there should be a button link too that says like shop now or something.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yep. Cool. And you have GovID as well.
I do. I offer
That's
GovID to all of our veterans and first responders. So you're actually going to get 15% off for life if you're a veteran or first responder.
Cool.
Very cool.
Or teacher. Teachers get it too. Because education is important as well.
Well, yeah. Some of those teachers, it's almost like they're going to war someday.
Yeah. And they definitely don't get paid enough to deal with what they deal with.
Right.
All right. So anyone in the chat have any more questions for Mike? Or Mike, you got anything else coming up that you want to share?
I've got some stuff in the works. I'm sitting on a lot of stuff. I just really need support to be able to push it.
Yeah.
And even be able to get to the point where I can release it. Because I want to release new stuff. My wife and I want to release new stuff. But we just definitely need the support and just need to get ourselves back out there again so we can do so.
Yeah.
I'm sitting on probably 10 to 15 different things that I could drop.
Any thoughts on bringing back Old Sense?
I'm never going to say never because this question comes up frequently, even in my inboxes. We still obviously have all the recipes for all the Old Scents. It's just when we did the restructure, it was trying to find out where the tier system sat, what was our best of the, obviously, the originals, where we land on our best sellers, Temple and Irish Cream, and then we push forward with, we wanted it to be balanced because if you tried Gentleman or Ladir, it's almost like our next level scents, and I have something else that would be the next tier up that uses even more high-end essences, essential oils, because essences are like even more refined essential oils, which we're starting to get into, and I have something planned for that. But I'm not going to say never on bringing back Old Scents. I'll consider it. Maybe even if it's like for a special edition, like Lucky Orange would be perfect in the spring.
Yeah.
But I do have a lot of stuff. I just need the means to release it and just support. That's all.
Yeah. So Irish Cream, that was like one of your original ones.
It was one of my original ones. So Temple used to be Dragon's Blood.
That's what I was going to get to. Yeah.
So the originals were Slantakar, which got discontinued.
Yeah, because two of us loved it.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, then there was Lime and Coconut, which everyone was really upset with me when I got rid of Lime and Coconut.
Yeah,
it was Lime and Coconut, Lucky Orange, Irish Cream, and Dragon's Blood, and then
Cinnamon.
I had Cinnamon Dream. That's right. Cinnamon Dream was awesome. And I had another one for Forbidden Forest.
That one I have.
So I moved it from 6 cents, got rid of 4 original ones, released the 2 higher end scents, and kept 2 of the originals just to kind of restructure the brand for affordability purposes. And at the time, I was going to try to get into distribution, and I wanted to surprise everyone if I got into like a retail store, and actually Lucky Orange was going to be there. So I still have it in the chute. It's just about when do I get to offer it again.
Right.
Cool.
Do you drink coffee, Mike?
I do. I drink a lot of coffee.
I drink coffee now.
Yeah. I've gotten to the point where I don't even put sugar in. I can just drink it straight.
Well,
Coffee.
that's
yeah.
what I do.
Yeah, we drink it black.
It took a minute, man. I think it's right after I hit 30, actually, a couple years ago. I was like, I'm just gonna
This guy
try
doesn't
this.
drink coffee.
Yeah, and now I'm like trying different brews. I'm like, oh, these all have different tastes. And now I feel like I'm starting to get into my older years. You know, I'm playing.
Well, and there's a few places like Scooters who are doing these coffee deals for the.
Yeah, if there's a Scooters
we have
near
a
you,
Scooters here. I wasn't familiar with Scooters until I moved back. I haven't tried it yet, but
well, it's
like,
free
what's this
coffee every day in
Scooters thing?
September.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I
you
got
got,
mine today.
You got like 9 days left.
And then today, on Thursdays in Thursday afternoons in September, Starbucks had free coffee as well.
Yeah, they have buy one get one right now every Thursday. Or is it just fall? I don't know. I have the app, and I was like, should I go get a coffee? Do I need 2 coffees today?
Yeah, Becky went and got 2 today.
Yeah.
Now, if
I drink a lot of Red Bull.
Yeah, I've been doing that lately.
And the military knows just the comfortability with energy drinks. It's like you can't break that part of the culture, I guess.
No,
if you happen to get into a retail store, are you going to be able to keep up?
I already kind of made a business plan for this. So yeah, I would just have to identify a space where I can get into making it. I've already got equipment picked out. I have a lot of stuff in baskets right now. I would be ready to do it, man. It would just be about actually getting into a space and having at least some funds up front to be able to front it. But yeah, I would be ready to fully commit to it.
Okay, cool. Yeah, because I mean, there's a lot of small batch guys out there, and if you start to get in, I mean, it's one thing to have, what's the word I'm looking for? Wholesales, you know, selling to barbershops or something, but to actually get into a retail store, you're talking a big commitment then. Yeah,
it is. It would be a huge commitment, but I didn't start this to try to make small commitments. I would want to commit to something and have longevity. And actually, my goal is actually to create jobs, because eventually I do want to do a non-for-profit that ends like veteran homelessness. So I have like other goals that can funnel into other things, but I would be ready to fully commit to any retail space. Like, even if, I don't know, Target came to me, I would do everything in my power to adapt and overcome and just make that happen, all while still trying to get into small retailers. I mean, I got into this as small batch, but my goal isn't necessarily to stay small batch forever, but I want to keep it in-house to where I still have oversight over all the creative processes, because I don't want it to lose its integrity either. Because sometimes when you actually go to big manufacturers, you lose quality, and that's not what we're about. Right. We're all about the quality, the presentation, and just the business as a whole.
Right.
Right.
I mean, you could still be a small business and supply 3,000 retailers.
Yeah, exactly.
Literally,
and that's very feasible
for sure. You know,
you could do it with a small team and actually pay people like a decent
wage. It's still like,
and that's the goal.
It's still hands-on. Like, there's still
exactly
that, you know, your crew touching the oils, mixing the stuff, putting it together. You know, it's still kind of like small batch. I mean, it's not small batch because you're not doing it.
But it's still fundamentally the same thing.
Yeah. The small businesses compared to like large business where you have over 500 employees and, you know, who knows?
And I don't think
robots making.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what I don't want. I know eventually a lot of stuff's going to that, but until I'm forced to do that, I wouldn't want more than 100 employees and maybe a small like warehouse setting.
Right. Yeah.
And then, of course, that's still all while taking care of the individual orders as well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, I think a lot of us have trended towards the small batch companies because you get that more quality and you get to know the owners and just the down to earth people in the beer community in general.
Yeah, 100%. And honestly, I kind of like it like that as well. And if I can keep hands on, that's what I would rather do.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of the way like an Honest Amish went. They're actually pretty hands on, and then he has someone who does the marketing for him.
Right.
Yeah. But they're still kind of small business,
Right?
surprisingly, for as
True.
much
Yeah.
as they've made last year.
Yeah,
They have a crew of like 20 to 30 people to fill
Right.
orders, and they hand fill orders.
That's really all it takes.
Yeah, and they
Yeah.
did what, 30 or 40 million dollars last year.
yeah,
You see, and that's kind of like the potential that I see within this industry, and that's where I want to take it. And I it's bittersweet because I do see the brand's potential, but I also understand my limited visibility.
Right.
yeah. Oh yeah. But if you're growing it organically, you always have those goals for the future.
Exactly. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when.
Right.
Yeah. So you're thinking in a couple weeks you'll have Ladeer back in stock for the
Most
order?
definitely. Yeah. I'm just really waiting for like the end of next week, and then I'm gonna order labels for the entire website. Everything will be back to fully stocked.
Cool. And I know it's been great having you on here. I actually we got a message on Instagram. People who didn't even know you were still out there.
You said what?
It didn't know the company was still out there.
Oh yeah, it's definitely still there. I just like I said earlier, I made a new Instagram. And it's just at Curam Nadurtha, no underscore. I just wanted to recalibrate the algorithm for myself and just kind of just build it back up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I seen you posting a lot
Yeah.
recently again with mental health and everything
Yep.
like that. Yeah.
Just trying to really hone in on what the brand stands for, and not just, you see, like my idea with that is like, yeah, getting a sale would be great, but if I can also spread the brand's message and then eventually it converts to that, that's okay with me as well. Because at the end of the day, I want the brand to stand for more than just like, oh, I'm just here to make money. Obviously, that's part of it. That's what funds it. But ultimately, like the company is there as a resource for you guys.
Mm-hmm.
And I want it to be like a staple of the brand, the men's mental health, and I just want it to be known in the men's grooming industry that's what the company stands for. Eventually, I want to start actually donating like a certain amount of the proceeds to men's mental health research or whatever, but that's going to be down the line. I've got like a pretty long plan in place. It's just about getting there.
Mm-hmm.
You must have said $40 million. That's a lot of barbecue chicken.
Yeah.
Oh.
So yeah, everyone, make sure you use code Curam20. I know I say it wrong every time. I don't.
You're
think
good, man.
I don't think I could learn how to say it right, but
you got it really close that time. I'll give it to you.
I'm trying, man. I'm trying. But Curam20 will get you 20% off tonight. Check it out.
Yep.
Well,
And
if you think that's bad, you should have seen me when I was setting up the show trying to put accent marks in. The computer just kills them.
Yeah.
It does.
I'm like, this just looks horrible.
What has I mean, I know you said, Irish cream, because especially with your old line, you got Irish cream and Temple.
Mhm.
Obviously, they were two of your top sellers. That's why you
Yeah.
kept them. But let's say recently, within the last, I don't know, 6 months to a year, what has been your best seller?
Probably Ladir sold a lot, actually.
Okay.
I don't get a lot of traffic like I used to, but if I just pull the data, I would say that Ladir has been selling significantly more than other stuff. And Temple obviously always has this resurgence. I can always look at like what's getting viewed on the website though. It's starting to get around that time of the year where I'm starting to see like Irish Cream and Ladir at like the forefront, kind of leading the pack in views.
Yeah, and I'm sure all that traffic's going to start building back up.
Yeah, most
you're-
definitely. It's just about refocusing. I'm gonna
Right.
grab my charger really quick. I'm just gonna turn my camera off.
Okay. But yeah, just getting the word back out that you're still here, and I understand that moving stuff can cause havoc, but
Oh yeah.
Yeah, especially when you're going halfway across the country.
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, hopefully you're settling back in well with Wichita and.
Yeah, I'm starting to, man. It's weird being back home after 12 years. It's nice though. I'm settling pretty well. I've been back here since June, so just getting back in the swing of things. You need to get back in the game. Yeah, I'm back in the game, man. The website's up and going. Well, I mean, it's been up and running, but I'm back like I left my car keys, like I never left.
100% you though.
I didn't even make it out the
product.
parking lot, man. I'm still here.
But I agree, great products. I've been a fan, since you've opened. I definitely need to try these newer ones, the upper tiers. I haven't yet. But yeah, and then I can earn some more coins.
Yeah, then you'll get $20 off.
Yeah.
I do like how you do it though. When you do get the $20 off, you'll have like a ton of stuff in your cart, and you'll get like one free item.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Scott.
I'm also a sucker for free shipping, so I'll try to always meet that threshold for free shipping.
Yeah, I did have to up it by $5 because shipping's gotten more expensive.
Absolutely, yeah.
I still have to maintain certain margins because just getting unrefined, just all those raw ingredients is pretty costly up front. So unfortunately, after everything levels back out, after everything gets cheaper, obviously that will probably go back down to like 60 at some point. But
65 is still low.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's still a low threshold.
Right.
Yeah, because a lot of companies are 75 or more.
100.
So
a lot of them are 100.
That's true.
Hey Scott, what's up, man?
How you doing, Triple B? We're doing good here. If you're interested in some Curam Nadurtha, we've got a 20% off code for you.
Yep.
Some pretty good stuff with some real good essential oil fragrances. And if everything works out all right, Triple B, I might be heading to Detroit in a month or two.
What?
Hmm.
What are you doing there?
A beard competition.
Oh, for the
He's gonna
Detroit
win.
City or whatever.
Yeah.
Motor City competition.
Yep.
Awesome.
Yeah, that would be the week after Nationals.
Hey, man, just keep going. I actually have one this Saturday. I'm going to in Denver.
Yeah, there is only ever one competition in Wisconsin, almost.
Yeah.
That's next month.
There you
Planning on
go.
going to that one.
There's three coming up for you. Wisconsin, Nationals, Detroit. You're on
No,
the tour.
no, not Nationals.
Oh,
I don't think we can do that one. Still recovering from the last one.
yeah. Yeah, so Mike, the three of us were just in Nashville for a big competition 2 weeks ago, and
Nice.
Scott got married there. Jason won third place in Silver Fox category. I performed the wedding.
Yeah.
It was right in the middle of the competition during an intermission, so it was really cool.
Oh, a lot of fun, but it was weird being back home after that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
After being in Tennessee for over a week.
yeah.
Although Becky was thinking the drivers in Milwaukee are mild compared to Nashville.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Nashville's
Yeah,
kind of
it's just-
crazy. Their highway system is pretty weird.
Yeah, those
It-
ramps.
Yeah, it's just everywhere we went, there was exit and maybe quarter mile and another exit and another quarter.
The other way,
mile.
though.
Yeah.
One
Yeah,
would
zigzag.
be going left, the next one would be going right.
Yeah.
Just to stay on the same route.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Scott and I drove through Chicago the week prior, and
Mm.
I bet you don't miss that, Mike. Oh my gosh, the traffic there is.
I miss the food.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about it though. I mean,
Yeah.
I wasn't there for too long, so I didn't really get to find anything else to really miss, and everything was locked down when I lived there. So
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know,
Oh, he had a comment for you, Mike.
yeah, I saw that. I did it for Scott and Becky. I got ordained for them.
Yep. Now you can marry other people.
I can, but only at beard competitions. I'm a special ordained minister. I only do it at beard competitions.
There's
Which
only
Mike
been
is that?
one, but from what I'm told, that's the first wedding at a beard competition.
Yeah,
is that for me or the other Mike?
that's for you.
I
That's
Oh,
for you.
I'm doing good, man. It's been a crazy couple years, but I'm all right.
Offhand, I don't recall his real name. Beard Beanie. So you might recognize it if I knew
yeah.
that.
Is
I
it
think
Nick?
that's Nick. Nick.
Nick?
Yeah.
Nick, as in
I don't know.
Can't.
Nick Cohn, I think.
Yeah.
hey Nick.
Typed up. Oh.
Chicago pizza's overrated.
I'm not a fan of it either.
It's too. I'm not a fan of deep dish, man. I'm good.
No, we have one place here called Rosati's that
Yeah.
they do it, and I can't even make it through two pieces.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I know it's been a while. I have a completely different IG handle for the business now. It's just at Curam Nadurtha, or you can follow Mike the Goat. That's my actual personal page.
Because you are the greatest of all time.
I know, right?
As long as you believe that, that's okay.
Yeah, that's all it takes.
Oh, JP.
I don't know, man. Like, Okay, so I've lived on the West Coast. I lived on the East Coast. I lived in the Midwest. I've eaten pizza in a lot of places, man. Chicago's overrated.
East Coast has the best pizza.
Hands down.
East Coast has the best pizza.
Hands
yes.
down. There, when I was stationed on Lejeune, there's this dude that was from New York, and he had a little pizza place in Jacksonville, and it was so weird. He had this thing called Thai chili pizza. It sounds weird, but it is by far the best pizza I have ever had,
Wow.
and I haven't had anything replicate it since. It was depressing when I left there, and I hated North Carolina. That was like the best part of it was that.
Mm.
Well, I mean, in retrospect, it really wasn't bad because I was really close to DC. I got to go to South Carolina. Just North Carolina itself, man, Lejeune sucks.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, no. Chicago pizza, it's a no for me, bro.
Lejeune,
just
is that
Dough and
is that
sauce and
Yeah, that's all it is. Like this is like what? No.
Camp Lejeune? Is that the base that's has the? I think that's the one. Is there some class action lawsuit against
For the
them or
water?
something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys get the emails too?
Yeah. Oh, I
Yeah,
think everybody gets them,
yeah.
whether they want them or not.
It's like I was definitely not on Lejeune in the 80s.
Probably a good thing.
Yeah, no, definitely. I've heard some crazy stories. Like 12-toed babies, all sorts of stuff.
Yeah, we got a couple Lou Malnati's up here. They just appeared recently.
And Detroit pizza. I've never even heard of Detroit pizza.
I haven't had Detroit pizza.
Like as far as like pizza in Detroit, it might be good, but I've never heard like a specified Detroit. I've heard New York pizza, Boston
Yeah, I haven't heard
pizza,
anybody talk about Detroit pizza.
Chicago pizza.
Pizza
Maybe
Hut
Detroit.
claims to have a Detroit pizza. I'm not sure what it actually is.
Oh, so it's a Pizza Hut thing. I'm joking.
I think.
Maybe it's like a bar stool pizza, like the Barstool Sports.
Could be.
The president of the Barstool Sports, he does pizza reviews.
Thick crust and square.
Oh,
That's actually not bad.
Thick crust and square. Okay.
So did Detroit just have to be difficult with everything? Like they make their pizza squared?
Oh, I'm sure.
It's the only pizza that fits in the pizza box correctly.
Yeah.
It might fit the oven better though.
Yeah, it probably would. But then if you have a pizza pan, like I mean, pizza's supposed to be round, right? Like.
Yep.
Well, and you're going to get more pizza too, because when it's round, you're missing the corners. So if it's square, you're getting more pizza. 16-inch round compared to 16-inch square, you're getting more pizza.
Can you imagine fighting somebody over a corner piece of pizza?
That is the best piece.
It's always the best piece.
That corner
but
piece.
that's a brownie. But would it be the best piece with pizza?
It is. I've had this square pizza before.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was called a Detroit pizza. I had it in Pennsylvania.
Oh, hit us with some history.
Here's a note for you to remember for your trip to Boston.
Okay. Chris, you'll have to show me when I go there. But in Hawaii, on Oahu, there's a place called Boston's Pizza. Boston's North End Pizza, and it's the best pizza in Hawaii. by far.
Here's a bit of history.
Oh,
Well, that would kind of make sense.
jeez.
So that's how Detroit got square pizzas.
Yeah, makes sense.
No one said anything about pineapple pizza.
One guy did.
Not yet, anyway.
Somebody said something about vegan pizza with pineapple.
Oh,
Yeah, that was Tara.
oh, okay.
But she also said she's scared that Boston pizza might actually be a tostada.
That's a valid fear.
They're not that far from Boston.
Well, Mike, what's your plans for the weekend? Got anything going on?
I'm meeting up with one of my old friends, and he's got his car he's in a car show, like a lowrider show. So I'm gonna go to that on Sunday. Other than that, I'm not really doing anything this weekend. Just kind of chilling.
Does he have like hydraulics in his car?
Yeah, he does.
Awesome.
Yeah,
That's so cool. My neighbor, he's like the president of a lowrider club here.
That's kind of cool.
And his car's got the hydraulics, so it's always cool to see him pull out of his garage like that. Like, that's awesome.
I would never guess there'd be lowriders in Cheyenne.
There's a lot.
You could argue the same with Kansas.
True.
There's nothing else to do. But another cool place I saw was in San Diego. Like they just go drive downtown, like that main area.
Yeah, San Diego's dope. I miss San Diego.
And they're like bouncing all throughout the streets, and like that's so awesome.
Off topic, but I would love to get a Cali burrito right now with the French fries in it.
I never heard of that.
You serious?
Oh
my god! If you guys ever go back to Southern California, go to any Mexican food like taco burrito place and be like, let me get a California burrito with carne asada. It's incredible. They put the carne asada in there. They put all the other fillings. They put French fries in it.
Okay.
What?
It's
French
amazing.
fries.
French fries in the burrito. Best burrito ever.
You know what? I think Taco Bell one time had a burrito that had potatoes in it. Almost
Yeah,
like
they
a
did.
Square home fry. So
Yeah.
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 JP, that's funny, but no, man. They're from Boston and they're in Hawaii. And pizza, like, I mean, it's not fish. That's different.
California does have the best Mexican food, hands down. I've eaten Mexican food in a lot of places too, but it's Southern California. You can't go up to like the Bay Area and be like, oh, let me get Mexican food. It's going to be different than it is in Southern California.
So, yeah, I was in San Francisco in July. It was my first time there.
Yeah.
And on every corner, they're selling burritos.
Yep.
Or no, not burritos, sausage. Like, yeah, sausage. Like they got these grills out cooking sausage for people on every corner. What's that all about? I'd never seen that before.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, it wasn't burritos, it was sausages. I'm like,
yeah,
this is
everywhere.
so weird. And people are buying it.
Yeah. I never bought one.
Neither have I. No, I was
It's
like,
just something about buying a man's sausage on the street. I don't know.
yeah. Like, I mean, you never know what's in sausage to begin with.
Yeah, exactly.
And
he said street meat. Street meat's used in Boston.
Street sausage. Street sausages.
I didn't want to touch that one.
What one?
Probably
the streets meat.
Street meats.
I think we lost Mike.
We did.
I did just get notification before that someone was struggling with their connection.
I did too. I saw that. Yeah. What was this? Bay Area Mexican food is legit. North of. Oh, there goes Jason.
What's going on?
I don't know.
Everybody froze there for a minute. I don't know
Oh.
if you guys froze or if I froze
No.
or what was going on.
Scott and
we-
I were doing okay, I think.
Yeah, we were here talking.
Okay, you guys, I can hear you talking, but you ain't moving.
Oh,
Oh,
we're not moving right now?
No.
Oh,
really?
Yeah.
That's strange.
yeah. You
'Cause
coming
we're
in
moving.
okay, Mike?
Am I moving?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm waving at you.
No, you're not.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, you two guys are froze.
And I can see Mike, but I can't hear him.
Yeah. Can you hear us, Mike?
No, I can't hear Mike either, but I can see him moving.
Oh, so weird.
Yeah, that is strange.
So now there's a lot of debate here about where the best Mexican food in California is. I don't think I tried any Mexican food when I was there.
No, we almost did
All right, is that
in
better?
Tennessee.
Yeah, there we go. We hear
Okay,
you now.
I don't know what happened. I had some connection issues, and I had to go back to the settings and mess with it.
Jason disappeared too, and he says he can't see us moving.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, if I go to the screen where we can like click ourselves off and stuff, I can see
Yeah.
you guys moving there. Like
That is so
the side.
strange.
Yeah.
Final
Jake,
warning.
you wanted
For,
to tell us as the final warning. Nobody wants to buy my street sausage ever.
that just doesn't even sound right.
I think that was his intent.
And Tara, it might have been sausage wrapped in bacon. I don't know. I didn't get that close to it. I didn't inspect it. I don't know. No, Chief.
Yeah, probably. You probably directly impacted this if you have bad Wi-Fi.
No, Chief's got horrible Wi-Fi, man. He might have the worst.
We had to reschedule his show
Yeah.
because his Wi-Fi was so bad.
Yeah.
Yep, that's 100%. The Cali burrito is the best burrito ever to be invented.
I never had the Mission burrito. Scott, you were supposed to give me. We were supposed to go there
Where were we supposed to go?
to Mission burrito. The Mission.
No, that's
Mission,
barbecue place.
Oh, okay. Oh, we didn't
Mission
do that
Barbecue.
either. Mission barbecue.
Mission Barbecue. That sounds familiar.
It's a veteran place. They hang like units, patches all over the walls.
Okay. Is that in Jacksonville?
It could be. They're
Okay.
a chain throughout the nation.
Oh, got it. Okay, cool. Because I remember seeing one in I think in Jacksonville by Lejeune. Oh, maybe there's one by Pendleton too. I don't know. Mission Barbecue sounds familiar.
Yeah. We've got one less than a mile from our house.
Cool.
And I was in one of the biggest military units, divisions, and they don't even have my patch on the wall. First Cav Division, which is like in a lot of movies.
Yeah, how do they not have a patch? Did you hook them up?
That's what I tell them every time I go in.
Someone
You
probably,
should hook them up. You should just get them a patch.
Yeah.
someone probably took it. Sounds weird.
It does.
Well, anyone in chat have any more questions for Mike? Otherwise, or do you guys, Jason?
I think I asked all my questions.
You're not saving some for after the stream?
Well, I will say one thing that wasn't touched upon in your presentation was on the website. He has co-wash
I
too.
do.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I think I did see that.
What's
I
the
have,
difference between the co-wash and the beard wash?
So the co-wash is gonna basically wash and condition your beard simultaneously. I don't actually have a beard wash on my website. I opted not to, primarily because as you know, overwashing your beard can cause it to dry out, cause dandruff, everything of that nature. I put enough organic surfactants in there to cleanse and condition, because I also put shea butter in there, so you're getting like a good wash and a condition. It's kind of like an all-in-one for mine, but it still leaves your beard making it feel silky smooth, refreshed, and clean. And I offer 2 fragrances in that. With that, I offer Irish Mint, which is peppermint and a whole bunch of other good stuff. It smells very fresh. It's invigorating. And then you have, we changed the name of it. It used to be called Morning Wood, but we changed the name. I can't for the life of me remember it off the top of my head. Morning Forest.
Yeah.
We opted to move away from the more cheeky title, and that one's more subtle. It still has obviously all the same ingredients as it does in Irish Mint, with the addition of like cedar wood, because all these different essential oils obviously have different implications on like beard health, skin health, and everything of that nature. So everything in the co-wash is actually adding extra benefits on top of the scent.
Yeah, I remember when you had a beard wash.
Yeah, I think that was more of a short-lived thing, and I opted just to go ahead and just do the co-wash instead.
Yeah. I remember trying it.
Yep.
And I think it was Irish Mint. I think it was a mint.
It was Irish Mint. I still have Irish Mint on there. It's just in the co-wash now.
Yeah.
I found a way to bring the best of both worlds together for a wash and a conditioner, and I really like the co-wash, so I just opted just to keep that instead.
He's from Wichita, Kansas.
Yep, I'm
right
from
now.
Wichita, Kansas, and Curam. I'm originally from Wichita, Kansas, but I've kind of been transient for like forever, which I kind of get comfortable with just because of military service. But originally, I opened up the company in Chicago, and then I moved to Cali, and now I'm back originally where I'm actually from, in Wichita, Kansas. So Curam Nadurtha means natural care in Irish Gaelic.
And Chris, if you want to know more than that, you can listen to the replay. We covered a lot.
Yeah, you can put it on a loop and listen to it while you're making products.
Right. Well, anything else, Scott? Captain of the ship?
No, I don't think so.
All right.
I think that's probably going to do it for this week. Not even sure who we have next.
Next week, bring your cab fare.
Yep.
Your cab fare?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I got it.
Taxi Phil is in the house next week. Don't miss it.
Yeah, he's quite a character.
Yep. All right, guys. Thanks for stopping by.
For everyone for coming.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
Mike, thanks for coming on the show, man. It's been hard getting you on here.
I know, man. That's just been crazy.
But we did it. We did it.
Yep.
Yeah. Hopefully things will settle down a little bit for
They're already
you and
starting
you can
to,
get
man.
back on track. That's good.
Just trying to get back into pushing the business.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, well, we will catch everyone next Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern. Thanks for joining us. Respect the journey.
Good night, everybody.
Night.